dog Ollie. Now, people say that dog owners eventually begin to resemble their dogs. Well, I've got this theory that obsessive fishermen eventually begin to look like the fish about which they obsess. This is a barbel. And this is Ray Walton. I rest my case.
This is the raw carbon as it comes into the factory. So you'll have 4 or 5 layers, depending on what rod you're making, cured onto the roller silk in a vacuum bag.
So that's actually stuck onto this hardened foam?
Yeah.
And that
this is
ends up being...
This is the end result.
And this is how Ray Walton's rod starts its life?
That's right, that's how we recognise it. On Ray Walton's, the number 1's got 4 layers, and number 2's got 5 layers. And then from that process they've got to be cut. You put them onto your cutter, which is just a straight parallel cut, and you cut the whole board up. Then you set your next cutter up, which is your angle 60-degree cutter with your tapered cut, and then you do all your tops in one go. Then they're ready to be glued up. Then from there you've got to scrape them down, put them through the linisher, smoother, and get them ready for painting. You've got 2 layers of undercoat and then 2 top coats. Then they're ready to be the spigots ground in and cork handles on. And then they go next door for the rings.
And everything's hand finished, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, are there machines that you could use to do all this work?
Yes, we could spend £1 million on machinery. There's nearly all the jobs we do here, there's a new machine to do it. But it wouldn't do it any better. It would do it quicker, but no better than what we do by hand.
Do you find the women are better at certain jobs?
Yes, putting the rings on, rolling the small joints, doing the more fiddly jobs.
Is it a big thrill for you having your name on a barbel rod?
Well, it's good. I'm just glad that someone has actually, decided to make a rod that actually fulfills the method and the job. Really, I'm pleased. I'm pleased that everyone else can actually get hold of them, because it is the perfect piece of equipment to do the job.
Fantastic. I was just about to pull it back in as well. Raymond Walton, I'm very impressed by your method, Ray. And I'm very impressed by your rod as well. This is fantastic.
Well, you just got to keep your pressure on this one.
I was about lifting it off the bottom there, about to retrieve it. So you reckon the more that we're fishing it, the more bits of bait that are rolling along?
Yeah. Well,
the more they become aware.
That's right.
The more hungry they get.
Going back down. He ain't finished yet, Nick. Gonna have to bring him downstream. What he's doing, when he tires, he's kiting with the current. He's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing with the current.
Is he rowing some weight?
You'll have to come down, Nick. You'll have to come down.
Come down. All right.
Come down and get beyond get near the fish. He's a good fish again, Nick.
Yeah, he's not having any of it.
Very good fish. I say, get down there near to the fish. Keep pumping on the pressure.
Where is he?
See, this is what happens. See, when you got a strong current, like we got here in this little piece, you got to try and keep in contact with the fish. As soon as he tires, he's going to get washed away by the current. Try and get him above you, get his head out of the water, and then
ease him back to you.
Let the current wash him back into my net.
Okay.
Bit further in. There we go. Netted.
Fantastic. Well netted, Ray.
Wow.
This is a magnificent fish.
This is a long fish.
Fishing for barbel the Ray Walton way goes something like this. Take a very large hunk of luncheon meat, like this. Get a big lump of plasticine. Stick the plasticine on your line, 6 inches from your hook. Size 4 boilie hook. Push hook through the luncheon meat, like so. Pop it back in. And then you've got to do an awful lot of this.
The Ray Walton method involves walking the riverbank, looking for fish or a likely spot to have a cast.
So Ray, what we're trying to do here is gently roll a lump of luncheon meat with a ball of plasticine along the bottom of the river bed.
That's right. What we're trying to do is present the meat in a more natural way, in which, when you've got a moving current, the fish would expect to see its food naturally moving.
But the idea of the plasticine, Ray, is that it can't get snagged up
Well,
in the weeds. The plasticine will just go soft or come off.
That's it. That's the name of the game. It will manoeuvre its way out the snag. If you get jammed up, you just pull it and it'll come off, and you'll get your hook back, which is, you know, your terminal tackle, and that's what you want. You don't want to go about leaving rigs in the water.
Do you get the barbel trying to take the plasticine?
In my opinion, it's like where you've got two offerings out there, like a pork pie or a brick. And I'm sure you think, you know, I think the fish is quite clever enough in here to take the pork pie. Luncheon meat has actually been going into the rivers for, I think, probably about 20 odd years. It's most consistent all year bait, even though, you know, like maggots, various other ones like worm, cheese, even boilies nowadays. They're all successful on the day, but luncheon meat really is the cheapest. Yes. Are you in?
Yeah.
Nick's in.
Ooh, it's a barbel as well.
He's into a barbel. I better get the net.
That's that same spot again. Oh, don't do this to me.
Keep the rod up, Nick. Don't let it dry. Keep the pressure on. You've got a good line.
He's using that current
He's
very cleverly.
Yeah. Seems like he's grabbed hold of a bit of weed.
No, he's working back into the weed. He's a very good fish. Come on, Mr. Man. Please. No, not the weed.
Yeah, I can see him.
Having to give him line.
Oh, he's good 7, 8. He is a very big fish. I'm not going to put the net in until the fish is tired.
Okay.
Okay? He looks a very good fish. They don't stop, Nick. See?
What a lovely,
Steady.
lovely. There he is.
Get him closer
What
into
a
the bank.
fish.
Into the bank.
What a fish.
Up. Keep him up. Lovely.
Fantastic.
Right, what we're doing, we'd leave him there to let him recover a bit, because he's knackered.
He put up a good fight, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he's put up a good fight. What we do, and what most people do, is actually take the fish straight out of the water. What we're going to do here is just leave him there to recover in the water.
So you don't lift them out straight away?
Well, not normally, no.
No.
Not unless you've really got in a situation where you have to.
Ooh, I'm over shake, Ray.
Oh,
That's
oh, he is a
fantastic
big
fish, isn't it? My God.
Oh, he is a big fish. Let's try and keep him out of the water as quick. What we do is actually check all through the fish. You know, scale counts. It's got a few little split fins there, which will heal, not cause a problem.
What's that caused by?
Fin rot sometimes, bacteria in the water.
I notice the fin here has got a bit of wear on it as well.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, most things, if the water's clean, you know, anything that goes wrong with the fish will heal.
Right.
If the water is clean. If it's not, then it creates all sorts of problems.
Such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? And that really flat belly where they hug along the bottom. I could do with one of those.
Scales?
I tell you, Ray, that was just a wonderful experience.
There we go. You want to hold it? There we go. It's Nick sort of shaking with
Shaking with
glee.
all sorts
£8
of things.
1 ounce.
Adrenaline. £8 1 ounce.
£8 1 ounce. Right, let him go down a bit. Get his balance.
Yeah.
Okay, you're letting oxygen go through the gills.
Yeah, they're pumping away there like good ones. Letting all the oxygen.
Ray Walton is the founder of the Barbel Study Group, a collection of anglers dedicated to the study and conservation of this noble species.